Fertilizer energy exports, Ethiopia's new play for a self-resilience. The new year is fast approaching, and Ethiopia has another cause for cautious optimism. Amid political tension and regional stability, the country has just signed a $2.5 billion deal for its own fertilizer factory, a potential game changer for food sovereignty and its broader development story. Hi, I'm Saron Zamanil, and this is Analytica Today. Earlier this week, Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed announced Ethiopia is partnering with Nigeria's Dangote group to build a massive fertilizer plant in Gode, eastern Ethiopia. The facility will produce up to 3 million metric tons of urea a year and expected to reduce the country's dependence on imports, currently amounting to over $1 billion annually. On the surface, it's an industrial deal, but underneath, it touches on the deeper challenges of food sovereignty, of making sure Ethiopia can feed itself, and that's what we're exploring today. Fertilizer has long been a pressure point for Ethiopia's farmers. The country spends close to $1 billion annually on imports, buying hundreds of thousands of tons every year just to sustain basic yields in wheat, maize, and coffee. During the Russia-Ukraine war, global fertilizer prices spiked, and Ethiopia, like much of Africa, felt the shock. Import costs soared and shortages spread, and farmers struggled to keep up. The new Dangote plant promises to cushion those shocks. By producing fertilizer locally, Ethiopia could cut costs, stabilize supply, and give its agricultural sector a much-needed safety net. This matters because agriculture is still the backbone of the Ethiopian economy. Coffee alone brought in over $2.6 billion in exports last fiscal year, while wheat is now central to Ethiopia's food security push. Reliable access to fertilizer could multiply those numbers, lifting both farmers and national revenue. And in a nation where more than 70% of the population is in the agricultural industry, this new investment is very critical. The Dangote Group isn't just any investor. Aliko Dangote already runs Africa's largest cement empire, with projects stretching from Nigeria to Ethiopia itself. This new fertilizer complex will draw on nearby gas fields to power production, placing it among the most ambitious industrial projects in the region. If completed on time, Ethiopia would not only save on imports, but could even export fertilizer to neighbors in East Africa. That's a strategic advantage in a continent where food insecurity remains one of the deepest challenges. But success depends on more than just breaking ground. Ethiopia has seen ambitious industrial projects stall before. Delivery will require strong oversight, energy supply, and above all, political stability. The timing of this deal is also very symbolic. Ethiopia enters its new year on September 11 with a string of major milestones. The Gode finally coming online at full capacity, record exports surpassing 7 billion, and gold production from Kurmuk expected next year. And Ethiopian Airlines are already expanding hub into a global stage. Add this to Ethiopia's accession into the African Continental Free Trade Area, and the country is positioning itself for a more self-reliant economic model. In this picture, fertilizer is not just another commodity. It's a cornerstone for securing food, boosting exports, and aligning with broader national goals like the Green Legacy Initiative. It shows a country trying to move from dependency to resilience. But there is a sobering reminder. Ethiopia's economic progress has often been undercut by conflict. Conflicts in the last 5 years alone have cost over the nation over 30 billion and counting, with total losses projected at over 125 billion by 2030. That's a generation's worth of development wiped away. And today, tensions with Eritrea, disputes with Somalia, and pressures from Egypt and global rivalries all loom in the background. The lesson is very clear. Investments in energy, fertilizer, and exports only matter if peace holds. Without stability, even the best industrial deals will mean little on the ground. Ethiopia's fertilizer factory is more than a 2.5 billion investment. It's part of a larger story of resilience, of a nation trying to control its food supply, strengthening its economy, and chart its own course. The future looks promising. Energy from Gode, fertilizer from Gode, gold from Benishangul, and trade under AFCFTA. But all of it depends on stability. That is all we have for today. Until next time, I'm Sarun, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts below.